This week's edition of Sunday Sit Down brought to you by Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland.
My background is I do service work all over the county, air conditioning, refrigeration work all over the county. So I kind of know the county well, and I have a background. I've always been in the woods hunting and fishing. As a kid growing up here, and I always wanted to help the people of Houston County. I spent 6 years in the Army, so I take that experience and kind of put it to use here at SAR. And other than that, it's not about me, it's about the team. Everyone here on this team brings something to the table. We're pretty selective on who we take in. We are limited to 30 members, and reason being for insurance purposes, we have 27 active members right now, and everyone here either has a background in fire services, in other words, fire department, law enforcement, military background, or medical background. So we have a well-rounded team here. And
now, a lot of people may not know, but actually Houston County Search and Rescue was founded a long time ago.
1974. Some of the gentlemen that founded the Search and Rescue, there was just a group of loose fit guys that started this, and they just came together. They didn't have any equipment or real organization. They were a group of guys. Pete Borkin, I believe George Allen, and some of them, and they have been long deceased. They started a deal because there was a need in the county for people to go out, excuse me, and find lost people. And that's mainly what they did, was go out and find lost people. If someone drowned, they would take the boats out and try to go help the game wardens. As we all know, we only have 2 game wardens here in the county, and a lot of times when they're out of pocket or whatever, or they need resources or backup, and that's one reason we got search and rescue back up and running, because there's a need for it.
Well, now, obviously, you got to be well trained to do this job. I know y'all do a lot of training on your own team. Y'all also called out to train other folks. Tell us about the training that y'all do.
Well, we train constantly. Every month we do some sort of training, whether it be compass training. I know so these days and time everybody wants to rely on the cell phone. Well, I got news for you. If you go to that boggy slough, or you go down there to Big Slough, cell phones don't work. So you have to go to old school, get the old compass out, land-based compass, and then just use an old magnetic compass. We train on that, ICS, which is Incident Command Structure. We have a structure here. We have an officer body, and it goes down to sergeants. Sergeants are our safety officers, team leaders, and then we have members in rank and file. And as far as the training goes, we train everywhere. We do water rescue training, chainsaw training, low-angle rescue training, rappelling type stuff. We do search training. We also do we employ tactics that the old days of lining up 50 people and stomping through the woods is over with. Okay, that's the old way of doing it, and you'll spend a week from Sunday out there trying to find somebody. The whole time you're looking, the people are they're getting dehydrated, they're exposed to the elements, so time is of the essence. So what we try to do is we have people that are trained in man tracking. We have quite a few. In fact, we just had a group of 9 that went to Arkansas, Gray Slade Lake, Arkansas, to the Nassau training, trained under one of the world-renowned trackers. And they learned a lot right there. We've got another tracking training, I believe, in May coming up under the same guy. You have to make so many of these training sessions in order to get your tracking tab.
Okay.
And our members are trained in, all of our members are CPR, AED certified, stop the bleed certified. We try to train, and we train others, and we started a mentor program this last year. We bring in young people, 18 to 21. And these young people don't have any experience to bring to the table, but we try to train them and give them experience and teach them life skills.
Sure.
We try to teach them how to be responsible adults. A lot of these skills they learn, it's how to take care of others, how to care for others. That's what SAR is all about. This group is made up of nothing but volunteers. Most of these people pay out of their pocket for training, whether it be in Arkansas or here local. We train, and we can do water rescue, natural disasters. I know search and rescue, they can just go get lost people.
Well, let me ask you about that. You talk about how vital time is, and I'll let you brag on your average fine time. But tell us about that. What exactly are the capabilities? What is Houston County Search and Rescue ready for? I think you told the Commissioner's Court recently just about anything. So,
We are training and gearing up to handle anything from a lost person to an Alzheimer's patient wandering off, to a missing child, to a water rescue, all the way up to a natural disaster. About a year ago, we had the tornadoes that come through. They started in Madison County and worked their way all the way up across 2022.
yes.
SAR was out there clearing the roadways on 229. We cleared the roadway 21 all the way to Austonio. There was a family that had their house blown away down there. We couldn't even get the ambulance to them. We were assisting in getting the roadways cleared, getting the ambulance to them, got them in the ambulance, got them sent off. And there again, I want to give the storm tracker that was chasing the storm that night. He saved a gentleman's life because he seen the house get blown away and stop, and applied a tourniquet. And if he hadn't done that, that gentleman might not have made it. But our goal is to support the people in law enforcement, fire departments of Houston County. Fire departments are short-handed, law enforcement is short-handed, and we work together with all of them.
Well, and we've covered some of y'all's recent trackings, finding people and stuff, and I know you work with the sheriff and Office of Emergency Management, fire, all those people. And I was even surprised to learn some of the surrounding counties were surprised to know that Houston County SAR existed even.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell us about some of your recent escapades and exploits and the rest out and about?
Yes, sir. Well, our latest one, we went out Valentine's Day and retrieved two young ladies out of the Boggy Slough area, which is it's pretty thick. But we there again, that was U.S. Forest Service, Houston County Sheriff's Office, Emergency Management, SAR. We had a local fire department involved in that one, as well as DPS. We worked closely with DPS as well.
Right.
We had those ladies located. From the time we located their vehicle to the time we were handing them a bottle of water was an hour and 8 minutes.
In that kind of brush, that's so fast.
They were 2 miles into that thicket down there. Wow. Now, it took us about an hour to get them out because they were 2 miles off in that thicket.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize when the good Lord turns the lights out in these national forests, it brings a whole new level of darkness. And everything looks the same. You can sit there and turn around in a circle and it all looks the same. It's like, wait a minute, did we go that way or this way? Best thing I can tell people, if you're lost, please stop where you at. Stop where you at. If you got cell signal, call 911 and they will get us on the way.
And stay put.
Stay put.
Yeah.
I know we've had people when the helicopter gets overhead, the batteries have died on the flashlights and they're looking around trying to stay in the spotlight of the helicopter. And then every time they move, we have to get a new GPS coordinate. So the best thing you can do, stay put. And if you get a lost loved one, another thing we do is we do human behavior analysis training.
Okay.
Let me give you a little bit of background on that real quick. That is a new cutting edge deal. is a doctor, and he's up north, and he profiled. I know the word profile is not a proper word, maybe, but he compiled cases from missing people all over the United States. I think it was 250 cases, and he studied their behavior. Everybody acts different, and an Alzheimer's patient, a person with dementia, they don't act. They will go usually in a straight line until they hit an obstacle and they can't get through it, and that's where you'll find them. They'll sit down. Whereas your hunter, your woodsman, your fisherman, your activist, hiker,
Yeah.
there you'll usually find them along a creek or either along a creek or a fence road. Because they you know what, we're gonna go downhill, water runs downhill, there's gonna be a creek, we get a creek, we'll follow it out, we'll find a fence, we'll walk it out, and that's generally what we'll find them. Children, for example, children are unique. Children have a built-in protection thing, I guess you'd say. Nature kind of gives them a little added protection over us adults. Children will go and they'll wander around, say they're out picking flowers, they'll wander around, they'll chase the dog off, and they get lost. Well, they'll get tired, they'll sit down. Nature has got them enough built-in sense to sit down, yeah, or they'll lay down, they get tired, they'll lay down, and we'll a lot of times find them up next to a log, you know.
Wow.
They'll rest. Whereas an adult will just keep pushing until the point of exhaustion or dehydration. And that's, and
That's
then
a
you
great
got,
tool to find whoever, you might be looking for.
absolutely. And then you take young people. Young people we generally find on top of a hill. And why would you do that? What does a young person have in their hand most of the time?
Of course.
A cell phone, right?
Yeah.
We ain't worried about trying to get out. We just trying to get a hold of somebody. Okay? I'm going to get up here where I can get some signal. I got 2 bars and I'm going to call somebody.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And you'll find them on top of a hill.
Looking for
generally.
a signal.
So we employ all these tactics.
Sure.
And we use tracking dogs as well. Sometimes we bring in tracking dogs, but you can't beat a human being. You can defeat a tracking dog. Prime example, we went up to Anderson County here a few months ago, and on a track up there, a lady been missing 2 days. Now this lady was good. She enjoyed this. She was really good at it. She had been missing before and been gone 4 days, and they finally gave up and she walked out. It's because she got hungry. But long story short, we got there. She was located 2 hours 38 minutes. But she done run a TDC dog to ground. He wore him out. Couldn't find her. Helicopters couldn't find her. She was hiding. And you can't beat a human being's going to leave a track.
That's right.
Okay, dogs follow scent. We follow tracks. You know, you can run, but you can't hide. We will find you.
Last question, Mr. Kellum. Obviously, Houston County is so lucky to have y'all.
Yes, sir.
And all the, not just the human resources, but the vehicles and the mobile antennas
Yes,
and all the rest. How can we help search and rescue? What do you need from us?
We run strictly on donations. We've had great support from Houston County Co-op, electric co-op. 2 of our vehicles have been donated from them, and we thank them highly for that, because without them we would be using our POVs more. And they've been a great supporter of Houston County Search and Rescue, and some of our local businesses as well. But I'd like to ask the people of Houston County, you know, even though you say I may never go to the woods, I ain't worried about getting lost or nothing, you know, natural disasters you can't help. We're here to help people of Houston County, but we run strictly on donations. We have to buy our own chainsaw. We buy our own gas. We pay our own insurance. You know, there's so much hidden cost here. It takes a pretty good budget. You know, right now we're looking at buying some new tracking equipment so that we can help cut the response time down. Right now we average 2 hours 45 minutes average from the time we get on scene to the time we've got you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
you know, not bragging. That's good people. You know, that's the good Lord looking after us right there. He takes care of us. But if anybody here would like to help, if they wanna send $5, $10, $20, whatever they can spare, we would be grateful for any and everything that we